Good evening, folks. It's 22:27 on the 28th day, 5th month, 2023. What I'm looking at here is a large EMF beam. It has shot up over here across Melbourne on the following timestamps. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, my time. We had an earthquake strike Melbourne, Australia at 1 o'clock, nearly about 20 minutes to 2 my time, UTC. So I'll go through the timestamps of the induction of the quake, of what induced it EMF wise, in my opinion. It's an EMF quake. I had a good look at the area to try to determine what is going on, and I also see a chem bomb deployment. I'll be very careful not to refresh the screen because this has all that data from the time of the quake. Of a deployment here, right over the top of the zone here, where the earthquake occurred. It was definitely a bomb induction in the sky over the top. Boom. Which causes a shockwave through the ground. Right? There was EMF beams intersecting that point. And these are large. I'm well aware that you have a synchrotron in Melbourne, but I don't have a dashboard to see if it was operational at the time. That's an accelerator like a mini CERN. Yes, you have one in Melbourne, and since it's gone online, I've noticed a lot of activity like this emanating from that point. I doubt that's an X-rad because the reach is too far. It is in line with the Tiger over here, but that would be a backwards fire of that antenna, which is possible. It's just not the same type beam, doesn't have the same atmospheric strengths, but it can happen. So I'm going to roll through a couple of screens here. So this one here is timestamp was 06. This one's timestamp is 09. So we're going to be taking 3-hour jumps. Beam is still evident over that area. Now this is about 12 noon. It's about an hour and 41 minutes before. So I'm going to jump back 3, forward 3. Get a line of nucleation started here, look. And she's well lit up. That line is still evident coming through here, but the beam has been made softer. Now I've seen the chem bomb deployments going off over here as well. There's a line right here, electromagnetic frequency. So it's a sweep. Preceding the front of that storm that's going to be coming across Seduna and all that today. Bringing the wetness to Australia. And the bombs going off is direct evidence. If I run this a little bit faster, look how the clouds are boiling in this one spot back towards that way instead of flowing. This shows it's been heated and it started to turn that direction, each individual cloud mass. Evidence of a beam sweat right through here. See the microwave line? Bzzz, flared up right there. Boys, that's just like it. X marks the spot, isn't it? It's an X marking the spot here. The booming, the pluming, the microwaves, and the Ronins. Right on the spot. Right on the spot. That was that one line. Let's catch the other one. Right, Melbourne. Look at the microwaves over the top of you. Adelaide, you re-racking. Why you ain't quaked yet, I don't understand. So we got bombs going off here. Look. Right here at the top. Can I get it to go any larger? Look, it's right around the time. Let's see. Here's as close to that time as I got. Is right here. See the square? Here's where the quake zone is. I made a little mistake in the beginning. I had the wrong map up, but I don't now. See the bomb? That's what I was looking at earlier. I was very careful not to refresh this screen. to show you guys. Beam sweat. Look at a bomb here. There's so many shockwaves going off all around you guys. A big ass beam coming right through you. Absolutely right through you. What timestamp we up to now? That's well past. So we'll go boom, 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 boom. There's your line. There's your beam. Big blast. Before the quake. 6 o'clock in the morning my time. Pulse down. Still on. You guys got fried. The big square over the top of you here. I seriously doubt Worldview will have anything individual image wise. As we look at some of the area around here, I'm not aware of any fracking that went on. I had you loaded up as the epicenter of your quake. It should come straight up. Oh, excuse me a minute. Well, I'll just go right to it. I had you marked off. I did a little log. Alright, here's the epicenter of the quake that I spelled wrong on my thing. I get my glasses off. I was laying on the bed. So what was interesting to me about this area is there any test wells for fracking going on in any of this farmland? I looked for, is there any blasting going on like you would see at a quarry? This is a suspicious site to me, which I'd like to know more about. When I see stuff like this, I think test wells. You have to excuse me if it don't come in crystal clear. You're running a lot of programming bandwidth right now. Alright, we get a more crystal picture. What's here? Is this a fracking site? Is this just sand where they're mining? You know, has there been any explosions going on? I need to know these things. Alien head much? No, that don't look like an insect head. Nothing does. See it? The fossils are everywhere. Yeah, I'm curious about that because fracking in that size quake are not unusual. The depth of the quake is not unusual to see when I see EMF-induced earthquakes, like we've seen in Kaikoura, Christchurch, and many other places in the world. And like we see out west all the time, many fracking quakes. Like we've seen over here in Blackpool, England, at Preston Road. They hit up in the forest, and they downgraded that as well. So you get a power station with a bunch of lines going through here. So I'm curious about this area here. Anybody with some local information, get it to me, please. You know, is fracking a factor? Are there devices in the area of local interest that EMF? Yeah, you got an airport here. You have Air Force bases in Geelong that are quite capable of having their own devices that are not well listed for the rest of us. What's going on here? Maybe it's the front entrance of something with a plane. Hey, everybody, look, we got a plane out front. Oh, that's a practice putting out fire plane, isn't it? Yeah. Emergency preparedness. Hey, you gotta know how. When you catch fire in the sky, though, usually, I digress. By the time they get in the ground, it's the worst case scenario. I can spend a lot of time looking around this map. And like I said, I have some questions about that, and the data on the quake itself was pretty basic. The damage looked horrendous as far as the fronts of buildings in the city center and some of the outlying towns of it. Said you had a 3.5 magnitude, a depth of 9.5 kilometers, and an exact time. You had a lot of reports of the damage, and I could show you some of the images that I've seen, and things in Vic with just the fronts coming down. If you'd have had a protest that day walking down the street, they'd have caught you with your pants down. But that's not unusual when you get old buildings that need new roads. Is there a vested interest in having a main street that needs a monorail or a tramway or something that's new, needed? Oh, if we have to have new gates, you can't come here. Smart cities with dumbed down people. Well, the damage looks horrible. That looks like a past one. And this looks like now. So I'm sure there'll be lots of imagery up on the internet, and I hope, oh my God, look at this bus. And that was in 2012. So you've had earthquakes here before. It's not an unusual thing to see. As I'm looking at some of the past imagery here, I reckon is going on. I should write that. And today, let's just change the search a little bit. We can come up with something a little more accurate. It might be today. Oh, he's probably breathing dust. The BBC, did they tell you this happened ahead of time? Like they did with Building 7. Look up Building 7. BBC lied. New York, 9/11. And you'd had a heck of a few. You're sitting here at a cafe. Hey, can I have a milkshake? Yeah, I shook it too hard. Yeah, I hope nobody was killed. Yeah, it's unusual to see a lot of quakes in Australia because of the way the strata of your land is set up. Now, if I could pull out an interactive map here and zoom back, it can put the fault lines in. Let's put some plate lines, historic seismicities, and you'll see how often things really can occur in certain areas. Like New Zealand has a very historic seismicity, and these areas is always ringing like a bell. And so to guess something might happen here, you would be likely to be correct. But you don't see a whole lot through here. But we're seeing a lot more since that Psychotron opened back up in Melbourne. Psychotron Atom Smasher opens in Melbourne. Let's see if I can get it spelled. Atom Smasher opens a new era in science images. Oh, this is some superhero guy. Pussies. World's greatest Atom Smasher starts. The LAC Atom Smashers. So you've got one that's now running a ring. They've upgraded it. I'm going to get more specific here. This is old news, old news, old news, old news. I'll find it because this is the kind of mood I'm in. I'm at some freaking CERN home. All right, let's. Let's see if we get a little more information here about the collider here in Australia. Gets its first expand facility in CERN news. I'm going to prep you a little info on this just in case you're curious. Because they got a new device here. It's why I keep saying, why are they having all these CMEs when Oz is always facing it? Are they doing some kind of experiments with descent? I keep hinting at something. Now I'm going to do a little more than hint. You guys need to look into this facility here. You got a great big atom smasher down there in Melbourne, and I've been noticing a lot of quakes and stuff, and I keep it in mind, and I don't have a dashboard of it, and these guys know all about it. Yeah, sure, fine, just spy on me. Yeah, I have accepted only the necessaries to go away. X-Lab. Show the map. Come on, where's the map? About our mission, our governance, our members. The Hadron Colliders, Evosan. Oh, this is all CERN information. So they're not telling you a whole lot about the Melbourne Collider. However, it'll be big. Artificial intelligent chatbots. Are you having arguments in chat rooms with people that are not real? These people will know about it. Melbourne's Collider. Large Hadron, that's CERN. And you got stuff like this in Melbourne? Yeah, we're going to find this for you. There's not a whole lot of information about it. Born in Australia. An accelerator. She's just working in the other one. Oh well, I digress. Particle accelerator collider, Melbourne. Let's see what else we can come up with here. Now I'm going to hunt it down. I'm very good at that. I'll recognize some of these things. That was the linear one you had. It just ran a straight line. It was making isotope. And that was a regular particle accelerator, but they made a circular one. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. You got big toys down here, folks. Next generation particle accelerator magnets. What are we going to do with big magnetic fields? What way is that aimed? Can they move it around? What's going on? What other experiments are being done with this? Are we being fully disclosed of everything that goes on when it's secret and it's military? Or when it's under patents pending? Big beam out here popping up. So, what can you guys expect weather-wise? This damn sure to me looks like a man-made earthquake has happened over Melbourne, right around here. And it looks like it's in an area that I want information about fracking, because they're big on shale oil and pumping toxins into the ground to contaminate your water. So let's sit down to refresh this now. Say goodbye to that data. Bzzz, boy, did you guys get bombed and fried. So, here we go. What else is going on? And now for your weather. Perhaps windy on. Nothing for us, UK. We get sunny days coming. Roger Waters list. Look at us on the 10s. Not you, Europe. Have it in the rains in Spain. Everybody's going to complain. The boys are going to get soggy around Izmir and through Turkey. Yeah, Yorla better watch out. The water's going to be running. Yep. Seth Gillum, John Sal. Be safe, ba-bum. Oh, as we come and looking in now in the 10s, and we zoom it in on the Bruce. Oh, the highway's going to be wet. You better have the water tires on, put your water wings on, or nothing on the 5s. It's something on the 10s means you're going to cop it again. Coast Road is going to get it. How they saying on Axis for your asses? Axis says, I don't think so. It's going to be a couple days later, so we'll just be conservative. Do you have any new snows? Because that's going to be important. Not a damn thing. So it's all the wetness, and whatever snow was up there is now going to melt and be added to the streams. That kill the dreams. The swollen dreams and swollen streams. And here's your weather forecast coming on. Coming on. Ooh, bit of rumblers going on here through New Zealand today. And let's switch over to ECMF here. Straight line of lightning. Thunder, lightning, and the wetness is no longer exciting for those folks. Hey, some big heaviness is over the Richmond Ranges over here in Nelson. And coming here at, looks like in about 8 hours. 9 hours my time. 9 hours is still 9 hours your time. And the old schmackaroo coming in here on Tuesday is the main brunt. Comes over like a hammer of whammies with just a slight gap behind it with batch number 2. And your weather will be just like that number. Yes, the deuce is wild. And on the 31st, it's the turdy birds. Going to be influencing Australia. You got to see it coming along here too. Hey, Perth. See it? See it, Perth? Have a new month in the rains in June, coming to you real soon, causing a swirler in the bite, and lightning coming night, and the wetness to Tassie Town, and the Hobart will be beaming down. Bzz, bzz. Hey, they causing earthquakes. It doesn't look like the greatest, biggest disaster where the world has come to an end. It's the 29th and another happening didn't happen. What we call the earthquake, that's small beans, man. That ain't even a 10, a 9. Should we ask New Zealand about what a 4-point quake is? They'll giggle. That's just a wobble. They needed new storefronts. It was a pinpoint accurate hit. Oh, the circle comes to Chris. It's taking a little while to load. Bump, de-bump, de-bump. The trash can man, he likes to burn your town. He can bombs you all around. The trash can man is coming to town. And then the crappy weather begins for Saturday the 4th. Oh my, come on, update there. Update there, update there. The weather's not fair. Who gets the sunny day and who doesn't? The shadow government knows. There's going to be a heavy line of witnesses there coming there for you there, Rattleade. And up through that corridor in here. Super soggy in the trough on the state line. Wetting down Charlieville. Started to give the northern rivers a bit of a pounding. Pounding, 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 battling. It's coming down in buckets. Ooh, and then the Bruce Cap said they're right at the traffic time in the morning when people are trying to go to work, trying to do the slave and drudgery, trying to pass through the tunnels with the tolls that are going to be soggy bottoms. And be careful, don't get caught out in the bottom lands of some of them roads out here. Or well, don't be next to one of those electric cars when it floods, because well, doom doom doo 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 doo, the fire starter. Doo 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 doo. A bunch of floating barbecue bricks, man. I look like Bart Simpson with his nose. Oh, come on, I gotta have something here. So as you see, this day here, you're definitely gonna have the radars on through here. Mount Ice is gonna be glitching. Mackay's gotta be glitching. Yeah. Mackay will do the half moon. Flat that way and on that direction. Full circle there with slight ray beam here to allow that to come through and join this, because you're going to have a flow, and they want the flow to come like that. There's a line set up here to pin that so they can have their own storm coming their way. Ooh, look at Vanuatu getting ready to get it again. Hey, Fiji, they're bringing one through. Watch out. It's a steamer, and it's coming your way. Right, you got about 12 days to prepare for this one, Fiji. You're going to get a smack. It looks like they're diverting that. So they're going to hit their beams on too. So we'll be looking for a beam coming from Fiji here around that time, midnight and the 5th my time. And they're going to direct that tendril right at the Polynesian Islands. You poor folks. The geoengineers got your name. Maybe they want that old growth, nice organic palm trees gone so they can plant the toxic GMO in roll on roll in the Pacific Islands. Hey, Perth, it's not a good day for you either. Your soggy season has begun, and they've been targeting these neighborhoods back here. I've noticed more. Right where I'm circling here. So, yeah, this interchange here looks like it needs some freedom. I mean, a new loan. I mean, you know what I mean. Smart City 2023, dumbed down people, stacking packed and acting like a bunch of idiots. Believe everything you're told these days, and you're going to breathe this stuff until you're gone. Till you're gone. That's not what I want. I want that one. And that one. And that one. Alright, let's see if anything happens. Maybe I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Alright, we're not going to show that tonight. Okay, so let's go with weather radar. Maybe that'll have a little more success here. Ooh, Tazzy got a bit of a hook trail coming on through this one here. See it? See it? It'll be very dramatic looking out to sea. Yeah, unfortunately the Cam Bam song ain't going to appear tonight. I should have updated that before it came on. Don't really see too much on the asshole worldviews. Yeah, my voice is gone. Going, gone. With the wind. How you doing, America? Good morning, America. The cab bombed you. Don't you know me? I'm the native son, being blocked by our oppressors at Harvard University. Editing of the feed. Blurry. The blur. Like a Confederate flag flying here, or is it the swastika? And it's hard to determine. Oh my, would you look at the Giltera in the Florida Panhandle? Ooh, nasty boys with their toys. Galveston, oh Galveston, a ton of cam-bound nanotechs falling to get Moana down. How you doing, Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico, Suave on Cubana, Guantanamo Bay, Guantanamo Bay. Really, what a mess. Look at the Gulf of Mexico. What a shame. It'll brew an epicenter in the Carolinas. There's not much of an eye to that storm, huh? A bit square looking. Oh, smackaroo. Look at that crap. It's not a round toilet flesh. It's a shit-stayed sky and a stopped-up toilet smacking on Myrtle Beach right there between those two islands where I said it was going to come ashore. This thing's going to skirt the coast. It's a coast skirter. Get the Sanchez off the coast there. Big question mark upside down. The Riddler. Straight across the Atlantic. EMF much? Beaming, 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 blasting, booming, pluming, toxifying the waters of the Atlantic. Isn't this disgusting? Look at that bomb right there. With the pretzel. Boom, 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 boom. Like a freaking alien on a movie. Right in the grasshopper. Maybe he's bringing dinner. My gosh, isn't this disgusting? The deliberate poisoning of a planet. This is beyond criminal. I mean, this is the kind of thing that make you want to give a death sentence to somebody, revive him, and give him that repeatedly. And they can spend up their life in a pain amplifier. Like they said in the movie Dune. Oh my, look at the explosions over the coast here. Over Penzance, the pirates have been busy. Oh my. Can it get more obvious to you than that? You're being poisoned. That the gas chamber is coming to you since you won't go to it. He rubs the lotion on his skin. It does it whenever it's told. Then he puts the lotion in the basket. Put the fucking lotion in the basket. Well, fuck their basket, fuck their lotion, fuck putting doing anything they got to say anymore. The deliberate poisoning off the coastline here of Brighton and doing the opposite of brightening the skies. They're trying to sell you a global warming bullshit when they blanketed the earth with filth and pollution. It's not all just done with jet planes here. This is a deliberate poison done by the Scope X program, which was paid for by not just the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and it's being done by people who rather have a paycheck than have their late buddy go untainted from this row. Look at the Netherlands. This isn't a great smokeout at The Hague. Rotterdam and anywhere it can be bombing. Oh no, can bomb. Look at that crap here over the center of snows. Oh snows. Oh no, no snows. Dumb ways to die. Can bombing up the skies. They can bomb all Spain from here, and off Sardinia made some toxic air. And then they boomed and plumed till they came in your room. You breathed it in at night and coughing up, what a sigh. Dumb ways to die, letting them can bomb the skies. Look at the sand. Wow. Wow, man. That's a sandstorm that's being deliberately made to happen. To happen. Whew. You know, this is one of supposed to be the driest places in the earth out here in the desert. It has got more clouds than England had today. Except for the Kim. They got chem bombs over the desert. Well, Lawrence Arabia, even the old movies of Hollywood, they didn't even have that kind of technology that's got those in it. Somebody is remastering you. Somebody is resetting your mind. Somebody's going to tell you you're crazy if you remember the deep blue sky. I'll always remember my deep blue skies. And for my deep blue skies, I'll always cry that they need to return and not go away so that the chem bombs can just cease. And here's the spot where there was a lot of microwaves deployed here at today. This is the area where the earthquake occurred, right over here. All I see is a difference in the nucleation. I do see a big square here to one side. I see a big square here to the other, and in the middle of the two, a different vaporization or condensation of the moisture, and a big trail going over here along what was an unknown beam swat that I showed. Oh boy, getting fried, getting fried. There's another beam swat here, straight line here going right across the top of that one here. And the intersections of the lines of energy were here, here. And I'm making this, oh, that was the wrong screen. I want to see something here. Straight up. Straight up. See that haze line straight up. Interference 4 lines so far. You got energy all around this area. Definite evidence of electromagnetic frequency. Definite bombing going on. Even where the break in the clouds was, you could see a chem bomb here. It does cause a shock wave in the ground. I'm well aware they're doing a lot of surveying and mapping. So an induced quake would be an easy way to tell what the Earth's strata is, knowing its exact time and its amplitude. And that's why you're seeing a pretty exact number of what they say it is as far as magnitude goes. They was locking in on the high 3s. They say it was well felt, but you don't have any known fault lines really out there. And so when something does shake, it's going to be very dramatic. It's going to be a big up and down. And would you look at this big square thing over here out in your ocean? It's the elephant in the room. It's Stampy. Putting his geoengineered stamp on your weather. I showed you what your totals are going to be. I told you what you can expect over the next 5 to 10 days. Batten down the hatches. Full steam ahead. Whoo, boy. She's a running. Dumb ways to die. The chem bomb and frying up the skies. So there's the beam that did it. Time stamped early in the morning. Here's what I got to say about that. Big love. Peace. Dumb way.